Hey everyone, it is Fitz with the Daily Delivery. Forgive me for the scruffiness. I'm getting ready for vacation. I've just given up hope. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. Here we go with the DD. Jerome Tang isn't pulling punches. Out on the Catbacker tour, he laid it on the line. He flat out said what we all know, and what has been proven to be true is that Bruce Weber didn't have Big 12 level players. In fact, Jerome Tang said at a stop that he only wanted to keep 3 of the players. They kept 2, and the third one, of course, was Nigel Pack. Now, I might argue that Davian Bradford is a Power 5 player because he did end up transferring to Wake Forest, so that's a pretty good landing spot. But Davion and his big, bulky ways didn't really fit what they want from a post player. So Davion also was ushered out the door. Now, of course, the problem here is you can indicate that the players weren't good enough. Most of them ended up at a lower level than Power 5 or Power 6 in basketball, I guess, with the Big East. But they at least were players. They at least were around. And right now, as Kansas State and everyone else in college basketball comes out of a dead period and gets back on the recruiting trail, they gotta find some players. They are at 7, and they can sign 6 more. Now, Tang also said on the Catbacker tour that they might only end up with 4 guys. And I think right now, as we look at the prospects that have dwindled greatly since they started this process with the transfer portal, I think most fans would be overjoyed with 4 players. But what's interesting about it is he also had mentioned that he had a silent commitment from an incoming freshman, and now that commitment doesn't exist. My suspicion is they brought this player in on a visit and decided he wasn't quite right for this program. Well, we got to give Jerome Tang a little bit of leeway here. He's trying to build his roster with the type of players he wants. He's not just grabbing players out of the portal and throwing together a roster. He's trying to begin the crafting process of his vision of K-State basketball. I know, I'm getting a little nervous too. I know the fans are certainly worked up, but it will all work out in the end. They will have a roster, and I'll say this, I'm going to be blunt. After what this fan base and this program has been through the last 3 years, when last year with a losing record and not even sniffing the postseason was the best of the 3 years, I'll give him a year to help turn things around. But then we better start seeing some recruiting progress. But I think they'll do okay with what they're bringing in, because right now the ratings of the players, according to our own 24/7 rankings, are much higher than what were here before.